I have lost my Reels feature. Hello, I'm Alicia, the founder of the Social Impact and co-creator of the Rise with Reels course. I'm a Reels lover, I am a Reels coach, and I'm also a lot of a Reels queen. So you can imagine how stressed and concerned I was when I started my day to find that I had lost Reels. Let me take you back to the start. I started my day by getting ready to post a morning reel. It was a good one, let me tell you that. My phone died, and when I turned my phone back on with some charge, all of a sudden my Reels feature had gone. I was no longer able to post Reels, see Reels, find Reels through my account on Instagram, thesocialimpact.au. Goodness. What did I do? Well, to start with, I panicked a little bit. Okay, a lot. I panicked a lot. Sent messages to Mon and I was panicking. So what did I do next? Well, first of all, I shut down the app. I started the app again. I deleted the app about 20, 50, okay, probably a couple hundred times and re-downloaded it from the app store. Nothing was working. I logged out, I logged back in, I changed credentials, I removed things, I shut off my phone, restarted it. I tried everything I could from my phone to get them back, but nothing. So the panic continued. Now, my next thought was, what have I done to lose them? Why me? Because I went onto our account for the Rise with Reels course and we had our Reels still. So I'm sitting there being like, well, it's just the socialimpact.au. So what have I done? Instead of sitting around the entire day moping, did that a little bit, but instead of moping, I decided to be quite proactive and find a way to get it back. This was not going to be the end for me and Reels on the socialimpact.au. So I started to investigate. Fortunately, I have had a little bit of experience with gaining the Reels feature for a client who I was working with last year. She was in Hong Kong and she did not have the Reels feature because of her location. So she started an account in Hong Kong and didn't have the feature, full stop. So we worked together to gain her this feature so that she could start posting Reels and benefiting from the reach and the results she could get for her business. Instead of wasting away the entire day panicking about the potential of losing Reels forever, decided to get proactive and start figuring out what had happened. Why was it only this account? It was not my Rise with Reels course account. It was not any of the other clients that I have accesses to account. So what had happened? Why now? Why the socialimpact.au? So I started to do a little bit of investigating. Now, fortunately, I do have a little bit of experience in this side of things because I was working with a client last year. She had started her brand account in Hong Kong and therefore she did not have access to Reels, full stop. Not ever, but she wanted them. She wanted to have access to them so she could use them, utilize them, and grow her brand with them. So what did we do? Well, because she was in Hong Kong, because she was in a location that did not have Reels at this time, we decided to use a VPN so that way she could base herself in a different location. We decided to base her in Australia so that she would be located here, her account would be based in Australia, and that she was then able to utilize the Reels feature. Now, it did take a good week and a bit of her accessing and using the VPN based here in Australia for her account to switch over. So with this in mind, I went and looked into my settings. Right, I went to settings, I went to account, and I went to account information. And I looked and there we have it, the problem. My account says it is now based in the Philippines. Why is it doing that when I'm here in Australia? I have been working with a VA based in the Philippines. She's fantastic. However, she logged in quite a few times whilst I was having a few days off, trying to switch off. And because she wasn't using a VPN to base her here in Australia, Instagram had done a little bit of a switcheroo and has now said that my account is based in the Philippines. So of course, no reels there. Therefore, my account no longer has the feature of reels and kind of looks like late 2019 Instagram account. A lot of limitations and a lot of features were gone. Reels obviously being the most important. So what now? I've now figured out why I lost my reels. It's because my account is not based in a location that has reels. So if you're sitting there and you have a similar problem, or all of a sudden they've disappeared, or perhaps you've never got them and you're trying to get them, this is the first thing I want you to do. I want you to go to your settings. I want you to see where your account is based, and I want you to see if it is based in a space country that has the ability to share reels. If it is based in a country or a location that does not have access to reels, here is your answer, right? What we need to do now is we need to find a way to flip the switch. And that is what I did next. That was my next task. And it's a little bit of a long one. It was not as simple as I thought. A few up and downs, a few problems. But fortunately from you, this amazing community, I got so many tips and tricks and ways and things that people have tried and have worked for them. Now, if you really want part 2, you're going to have to let me know in the comments. It is coming with all the secrets, the strategies, the tips, and the things that worked for me to get my reels back. Yep, they're back. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to do so that you'll get a notification when part 2 is out. But in the meantime, leave your comments below and I'll see you on the gram.